Hi everyone, this is Brandon's dad, and you're watching True School Sports.
My flow, my show brought me the dough that brought me all my fancy things. My crib, my cars, my clothes, my jewels. Look, homie, I done came up and I ain't changing. You should love it way more than you hate it. Oh, you mad? How come that you be happy I made it?
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I'm in the car right now. Me and my pops, we're gonna go eat soon. So I wanted to talk about a fight while I'm waiting to go eat with my dad. It was an interesting fight in the super flyweight division. It was Kazuto Ioka versus that Filipino guy's name who I don't remember right now. Yeah, Plisi or yeah. Anyway, it was a big fight because it was for the WBO vacant super flyweight titles at 115. This was the same belt that Don Nietes recently vacated because he wanted bigger fights. You know, he's trying to explore fights with Roman Gonzalez and other guys in the division, so he didn't want the obligations of having to defend against mandatories. So he figured he'd vacate the belt, let the other guys fight for it. So you had Kazuto Ioka, who was in this fight vying to make history, you know, and he's been a kind of one of boxing's best kept secrets for quite some time, you know, beating fighters like McWilliams Arroyo, and I'm blanking out who else he beat, but I remember he beat McWilliams Arroyo. That's like the most notable win I know he has. So I had the chance to watch this fight, and it was a good fight, man. Like, he fought, what's the guy's name again?
P-L-I-C something.
The Filipino guy. I'm just gonna call him the Filipino guy for this video.
Yeah.
He fought the Filipino guy, and Filipino guy was longer than him, bigger than him, rangier than him, and he was able to do his thing, man. Like, he showed the main thing I was very impressed with Ioka in this fight was his composure in the pocket and the footwork he had in the pocket. A lot of times this guy would throw 2, 3, 4 punch combinations, with the third and fourth punches being very hard punches. Sometimes they'll graze, sometimes they would hit him flush. But regardless, he was able to throw 2 punches, slip, roll, and turn to the outside and keep the fight in the center of the ring for the most part. So that's probably the one thing with Ioka that I leave most impressed with from this fight. He did have some trouble here in the 7th round. I mean, he was getting lit up with combinations. The Filipino guy hurt him multiple times in that round, and he had to show a lot of toughness and composure and grit to survive.
He also made a record break.
I'm gonna get to that.
Okay.
I'm gonna get to that. We're working our way to that. Also, you know, Ioka, he was able to step in, being that he was a shorter fighter, he kind of was bending at the waist, and he would step in with these right hand, these left jabs and these right hands, and then he would get out. You know, he didn't stay there and fight the Filipino guy for too long of a period of time. You see what I'm saying? So he was able to get in, get out, show really good defense in the pocket as well, and that comes with composure. If you have good composure in the pocket, generally you will have good defense. The best fighters in boxing history who had great defense had great composure. James Toney, Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker, list goes on and on. Ioka, same thing. You know, great composure in the pocket, great defense. Counter punching, very, very good. You know, a lot of times when he was making the Filipino guy miss, and he was able to make him pay with the left hooks and jabs and things of that nature. And, you know, he eventually got him out of there in the 10th round, stopped him, battered him. Once he had him hurt, he made sure he finished the job, sealed the deal, and he made history, and that's what my dad was alluding to earlier. Kazuto Ioka made some massive, massive history because in the long line of Japanese boxers, I mean, there's been a lot of Japanese fighters, great Japanese fighters over the years. Particularly right now, I feel like we're going through a bit of a renaissance with Japanese boxing. You know, you got the likes of Naoya the Monster Inoue, you got the likes of Kenshiro, you got the likes of Kosi Tanaka. These are all extremely talented fighters, and all 3 of these fighters that I just named you guys could have legitimate claims to be on the pound-for-pound list. One of them, Inoue for sure, is a pound-for-pound fighter, but the other 2, Kenshiro and Tanaka, have legitimate claims as pound-for-pound fighters. But Ioka made massive history here. Massive, massive history. He becomes the first Japanese fighter to win a world title in 4 weight divisions. 4 weight divisions.
Wow.
4 weight divisions. Which make of that, Pops?
Can you call him a chocolito of boxing?
No.
No, you can't call him like
Absolutely
that?
not.
You can't call him that?
He's good. He's good.
He just got 4 different. He's the first
No.
Japanese. No, not even close?
He's good.
Okay.
He's good. But there's only one Chocolatito Gonzalez.
Congratulations to him. He made Japanese history. And I know that's an honor in their country when somebody does something big like that. So wish him the best. And he became the first full division champion, right?
Yeah.
That's good.
In Japanese history, I mean, this is Japan. This is not.
Wow.
No disrespect to Roman Gonzalez, but this is Nicaragua where you only get a handful of. This is a country that has a long line of great boxing history.
Yeah.
So to do that, I think if anything, it cements him as a boxing legend over there. It cements him as one of the better fighters in his weight class over the last couple years. Now he's WBO super flyweight champion, so he could be in the running for some big fights with a potentially Gaia Estrada or Encajas or maybe Khalid Yafai if Eddie Hearn ever wants to get him out of weight protection.
Yeah, I mean, if he's one of those fighters that are just Japanese fighters, or he's fought any American fighters also.
Ain't no damn American fighters at 115.
Okay.
Ain't no American fighters at 115.
I'm just saying, like,
Never.
it's time for him to move on to more challenges besides just in the Japanese realm of things, since he is the king of that weight right now, right?
I mean, he could fight Estrada,
Yeah.
same weight class, he holds belts. So
Right,
he
yeah.
can fight Estrada or he can fight Encajas and unify the belts.
Well, that'd be a good fight, either one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's probably the only fighter in the division that could probably out-counterpunch Gaia Estrada. I don't think he would, but he's got the skills to do it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen him fight, Kazuto?
No,
Very good fighter.
I just heard of him.
He fought, you know Donnie Nietes?
Yeah.
He had a close fight with Donnie Nietes.
Did he
Split
beat him?
decision. No, he
Oh.
lost. Split decision lost.
Well, split
Close.
decisions, like,
Very close fight. And he beat Williams Arroyo.
Okay, wow.
So good fighter.
Yeah, so
Very
I mean,
underrated actually.
So who would you like him to fight? I guess Kiz.
I would like to see him fight. Well, I think Encajas be a good fight. I think he beat Encajas.
For real?
I think he beat Encajas. Estrada be the fight though. So
Yeah. So, like I
you
said,
know who you asked.
congratulations to the Japanese family in boxing.
There you go. So Kazuto Ioka makes history. Becomes a 4-division champion. First one in Japanese boxing history. And you got to give it to him, man. The guy has been in a lot of good fights. This was a good fight right here. He showed a lot of skills. It was a complete performance from a complete fighter. And now that he's at 115, I think there's a lot of good fights out for them. He might even be the guy that if Roman Gonzalez winds up ever challenging for a world title, I could see this being an option for him because I don't know Ioka's promotional situation, but I know that Roman Gonzalez has a long line of history of fighting in Japan. Obviously he's promoted by Tekken Boxing Promotion, so I wouldn't even mind seeing Roman and Chocolatito Gonzalez get a crack at Ioka, because Ioka's a capable fighter, a good fighter, but he's also a fighter that I think Roman could beat. So I wouldn't mind seeing that, but I mean, we gotta look at it for what it is, man. This guy has cemented himself as a Japanese boxing legend. I think Inoue would have eventually done this at some point because Inoue is already a 3-division champion. But for him to be the first to do it, I think it speaks volumes, and it's a good feather in the cap for what has been a good boxing career for Kazuto Ioka. So it was a good fight. Just had a chance to watch it about an hour ago. But now I'm gonna go eat with my dad. So you guys leave your comments down below. Kazuto Ioka cements his place in Japanese boxing history and becomes the first 4-division champion from Japan. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What you thought about his fight. Who do you want to see him fight next? Personally, I would say in chronological order, Roman Gonzalez 1, Gaia Estrada 2, Jerwin Encajas 3. Those are the fights I'd like to see him have most next. But you guys can leave your comments down below. Make sure you take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dane. So until next time, take care, guys. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT. We're at the Davy Powell, and you're watching True School Sports.